Hi, this is the midterm projects, chapters 7 and 12 by Jocelyn Hurley, Tamara Hussein, and Kathy Dallasander. Before we begin, we invite you to become mindful of your breathing. Choose a comfortable sitting position. As you take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, raise your shoulders up towards your ears. Breathe slowly out through your mouth. Now lowering your shoulders as you exhale. Repeat this 2 or 3 more times, rolling your shoulders up and down in time with your breath. We add this portion of our presentation in because we know that becoming mindful and aware of how our body feels and is thinking, we can become more focused before we attend to a presentation. For the agenda of this presentation, first we're going to review Chapter 7, then we'll talk about Chapter 12, and we'll have our sources on the last slide. Chapter 7 focuses on body and spirit in learning. Learning is a holistic process involving our body and spirit as well as our rational mind. The central pillars in education are embodied learning and the spirit in learning. Under embodied learning, there are 6 main topics. Mind and body, unifying the mind and body instead of separating the mind and body. We also try to involve the whole body instead of offering an intellectual way of teaching. Experience, involving knowing without reasoning, knowing that we can experience rather than just think about something. Intuition and emotion, involving intuition and emotion being entwined. Also, seeing our body as an instrument for learning. This learning involves unconscious or tacit knowing and an emotional component. Kinesthetic learning takes place by the student carrying out physical activities. Spirituality and learning. As Tisdale explains, spirituality is about connection, meaning-making, identity development, constructing knowledge through unconscious and symbolic processes. Adults become more spiritual as they age. In adult education, spirituality has been studied in 3 areas: adult development, social justice movements, and in the workplace. Which brings us to our next chapter, Culture and Context, Theory and Practice in Adult Learning. Culture is the shared beliefs, traditions, and social norms and history within a specific group of people. The elements of culture are positionality, privilege, context, and power. These dynamics intersect to create relations within educational settings. Classrooms are increasingly multicultural. Familiar and comfortable teaching methods that work for Western cultures may not work for learners from non-Western cultures. Learners may have varied learning style and varied cultures, which must be acknowledged and addressed in the learning process. Designing and facilitating more holistic teaching and learning practices is important to acknowledge and appreciate the diverse ways of knowing. Holistic approaches values a learner's culture and focus on experiential, interdependent, and community-oriented learning. No culture can live if attempts to be exclusive. Our world is becoming increasingly multicultural and global. Developing inclusive education and learning environments is important as well, which can be done through facilitating and designing more holistic and inclusive practices and theories. And this was our source, which is our course textbook. Thank you for watching.